afternoon. I'm Fanny Bouton, Quantum Lead at OVHcloud, and my job is to observe, survey qubits every day and to see if they're doing things useful. And you, Valérian, what you doing?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Valérian Giesz. I'm co-founder and CEO of Quandela. And at Quandela, we develop and we build quantum computers using photons, so light. And our job basically is to generate light particles one by one, manipulate them, and make them useful for computing and artificial intelligence, what we will talk about.
And how we can to do that? It's together and with many partners. We explore one question: how we do make quantum computing actually useful, not in 2050, but really now inside the cloud, inside organization, and in real use cases.
Yes, because the next cloud revolution won't be about raw power alone. It will be about hybrid intelligence, AI enhanced by quantum computers, and quantum devices boosted by classical GPUs, all speaking the same language, a bit like a duet.
And today, the challenge is to scaling hardware, scaling software too, and inventing new algorithms, creating real use case for real people, not just PhDs.
Exactly. But you mentioned scaling hardware. Well, to be true, let's say photons don't magically align into logical gates because just you ask nicely. And in any case, in Quandela and in the whole community, we've made major progresses. And we developed fault-tolerant architectures. We developed now useful quantum computers, ultra-pure source, interferometers integrated in photonic integrated circuits, a lot of hardware stuff. But now, what we need tools to let developers here to play around and develop the future.
And that's why we started to giving people the best possible emulation environment at OVHcloud with the largest range now. And today, we just launched NVIDIA CUDA-Q2, an open source software and platform to orchestrate everything needed to build quantum application, hardware agnostic, qubit agnostic, and complexity agnostic.
But you know, CUDA-Q is a magic tool, and we already use it at Quandela. At Quandela, we use CUDA-Q to simulate our fault-tolerant hardware. And with this software, we got 20,000-fold time speed up about the simulations about the machines that we develop. So, 20,000 times, you heard correctly, it's like passing from a bike to a Formula One. And simulation suddenly becomes fast enough to test real workloads on the future generation of quantum computers that will be available later.
And developers on OVHcloud can now use exactly the same tools, start on GPUs accelerated emulators today, deploy on real QPUs tomorrow. We can use real QPU soon, and the ramp is really smooth.
That's true, Fanny. But let's talk about the next big topic, AI. According to you, and everybody wants to know, can quantum computing help machine learning, or is it just a romantic idea that I have myself?
The community is really split. There is a true believer about quantum machine learning and more skepticals. But the only way to know is really to experiment, and you can start with emulation and going after to QPU.
Exactly. This is why, because everybody wants to know, this is why Quandela develops and deploys Merlin. Merlin, actually, it's a PyTorch-based framework that lets you build hybrid quantum machine learning, quantum and classical models using photonic circuits that can be deployed on real hardware. So with this, you can test, you can optimize, you can benchmark the quantum layers just like in neural networks.
And today, we are really proud to announce in media and on stage Merlin, a software and an emulators coming from Quandela. It's available since this morning, running on NVIDIA GPUs for the most demanding workload. This brings quantum machine learning experiments to the full AI community, not only for quantum physicists.
That's a great news for the community because photonic quantum circuits may become the first Bitcoin hardware to bring value to quantum machine learning thanks to the speed of light, noise resilience, qubits, the most reliable qubits that you can imagine, and scalability of the photons. And all of this in Merlin.
All of this is really great, but what about real QPUs, quantum computers? Emulators are fantastic. It's cheap. You can start today, and you have use cases to prepare for the future. But at some point, you want real qubit taste.
Don't worry, Fanny, at Quandela, we are getting there. We already deployed 5 quantum computers, some at OVHcloud, and some in Canada, in France. We are deploying now more and more photonic hardware, and that will be available through our partners. So now, what's the plans that we can say with OVHcloud?
Our goal is simple: become the first European cloud provider about quantum and a broad, diverse quantum hardware portfolio. We just launched OVHcloud Quantum Platform last week, giving user access to multiple QPU technologies. Today, Pascal Orion Beta, Atom's quantum computers, is available. But in the future, the goal is to have more than 5 quantum computers until the next summer. 4 will be European, and before the end of 2026, 8 quantum computers available.
Okay, now I see all the pieces of the puzzle aligning. That's going to be great, because with the emulators, with the real hardware, here's what you can do. First, you start by emulating your quantum software and your codes on the emulators on CUDA-Q. Then, on the same, you test on real hardware, and you can benchmark the performance of your algorithms, your applications, on quantum machine learning, on emulators, on real hardware. And with this, then, it's easy to iterate, scale, and bring it to production. And all of this available in one European cloud provider, OVHcloud.
And it's already happening, definitely. We are building, it's not toy, definitely, it's real quantum computers. It's the foundation of the next cloud revolution.
We are building the tools at Quandela, we are building the hardwares, we are building the pathways, and together we invite you, developers, researchers, students, companies, to join the adventure with OVHcloud, with Quandela.
Hybrid AI is quantum computing, the next cloud revolution, and it's now.
Yes.
Thank you.